welcome to a brand new full show. We are so glad you found the podcast. It's Brooke and Jeffrey in the morning.
Yes.
And I cannot wait for you all to hear what you're doing at Post Malone and Jelly Roll.
Oh.
What was the crowds like? Because Jose and Alexis, of course, always go out beforehand with a microphone.
It was not stereotypical. You know, beers, cowboy hats, cowboy boots, hooting and hollering.
And
Brooke.
you're not being sarcastic at all.
No.
It was a fun time.
Yeah.
Do you think Post Malone's like, how did I end up in country?
I know.
Yeah, there it is. There it is. Well, we got that coming up, a brand new loser line, new second date.
Yeah.
But we have Alexis, not her voice, but we have Alexis to read us some comments.
It's still me. I just sound bad. Sorry.
Yeah.
But
Do you think her voice is somewhere else and misses her right now?
Well, maybe. Or maybe it's on vacation.
Oh, that's gotta be
please
it.
come back.
Yeah.
Okay. Erwin Severe Darm said,
No.
I love y'all. Random question. I'm from the UK, so I can't text in the morning.
Oh,
We
yeah.
can't text you back.
No, but are y'all dog or cat people?
Oh,
Ooh,
good question.
we all love
Important
animals
question.
on the show.
Yes, I have been campaigning for a cat in our
Yeah,
house
you
for
have.
over a decade.
Yeah.
And my husband keeps claiming he has an allergy.
He
Yet
doesn't.
we stay at other people's houses with cats and there's never an issue. So
Lying.
I guess I'm a
both.
dog person because we have a dog.
I
And I
grew
love
up with
our
a dog, but I think cats are adorable, and I would totally be down to buy one.
Oh my God, our dog, it was the first year, you know Tula really
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, too.
Dog
She's
shit.
13 and a half, and it was the first year the fireworks didn't bother her because she couldn't hear them.
Oh, no.
Hey, she got to watch a fireworks show. That's amazing. But yeah. Oh, I like
Cute.
dogs and cats. I
You
live
like
with
both.
both.
Yeah.
But cats are funnier.
Yeah, they are
They're
funny.
pretty
Yeah,
funny.
more personality, I
Yeah,
guess.
for sure, for sure. All right, well, let us know, dog or cat people.
Yeah.
And let's get this hour-long show started.
If you had to wear a warning label, what would yours say? It's Brooke and Jeffrey in the morning. People are debating it online, and one person said theirs would say, warning, will overshare and not apologize for it.
Oh my God, I was
I will
actually
apologize.
thinking oversharing on my warning label before you even said that.
Yeah, I mean, that's the question. What would each of ours say on the show if we had one? Of course, we had to ask ChatGPT.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Because who knows us better than AI?
I hope a lot of people.
And
Like you, my
No.
husband, my children, my parents, my best friends.
Don't they read all your
No.
social media and your background check?
Okay.
They know things that we don't know.
exactly. So we got the responses from ChatGPT. For myself, they think it would say, warning, may sound serious, but is actually being sarcastic. Proceed with confusion.
Yeah, totally.
What is-
People don't realize you're like funny.
What
Can
are you
you
talking
tell ChatGPT that that is the longest warning label ever?
Yeah.
about? Okay, then you're not going to like any of these.
Okay,
so.
it could have just said always sarcastic for yours.
Brooke just
But
loves a
that's
Mr.
not
Yuck
funny.
sticker.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, you got to remember there's humor involved in this, bro.
okay. Let me
Next,
hear it.
remember,
Label itself
it says
isn't funny
ChatGPT. So for Alexis, they said, warning, prone to sudden shopping sprees and accidental wisdom. Trulies may be involved.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I feel like it knows you pretty well.
Okay.
For Jose, it thought, warning, do not ask questions about food or you'll get a 20-minute breakdown on the history of clams.
Absolutely. Really
Yes.
good.
And finally, Brooke, ChatGPT thought your warning sign would be, warning, great listener, but will immediately forget your name and what you just said.
Oh, yeah.
I'll remember what you said, just not your name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I totally feel that
Who
too.
are you again?
Overall, I think those are pretty accurate. So now let's move on. We're going to get to the shot collar question of the day
Okay.
with our digital producer, whose warning sign would say, warning, seems nice, but will seduce your mother with his boyish charm.
Yeah, what is that, Jeff? Like, that is upsetting to me, that one.
There you go.
Yeah,
Oh.
that one hits too close to home.
I can't change who I am. Brooke.
Yeah.
Well, today is the holiest of all days for our own Brooke Fox, because it's World Chocolate Day.
Wow, this is her religion.
If this doesn't include you giving me then chocolate, I don't want to hear the rest.
Oh, no.
It is the sacred 24-hour period where it's socially acceptable to eat a brownie for breakfast, a Snickers bar for lunch, and a whole German chocolate cake for dinner.
Oh, my, that would be hard to do.
And
That's
even
so
though
rich.
the chocolate industry has a terrible effect on the environment and is notoriously awful to the workers who harvest it, we're going to celebrate.
Brooke likes it so much. Oh, God.
You gotta buy fair trade, okay?
Oh, sure.
We're going to celebrate chocolate anyway during a special Loco for Cocoa edition of Plenty of 20.
Okay.
So, you guys say a number 1 through 20. In return, I'll give you a chocolate-flavored trivia question. Just answer correctly to stay in the game. We'll start with the woman who was voted most vanilla in a one-person poll I took right before this segment. That's Alexis.
Who's the one person?
I'll never tell. Alexis, I need a number.
10.
What, Alexis, is the technical term for a chocolate addict? Is it a chocopath, a chocoholic, or a chocophile? Now, remember, I need the technical term, not the casual slang term.
Chocophile sounds wild.
Chocophile sounds terrible.
You add file to anything and it doesn't feel good,
Yeah,
does
I
it?
Means
know.
love.
Even a workophile sounds bad.
Yeah, I would assume chocoholic, but then he said it's the real term, not what slang that people use.
That's what everyone says, is I'm a chocoholic.
But does any medical thing would ever say aholic?
That's
And
a
I
good
don't
point,
know.
actually. I don't know.
Psychopath.
We call people psycho, and psychopath is an actual medical term.
Chocopath.
True. All right, I'm going to stick with chocoholic, Jake.
Alexis
Think it's
says
safe.
chocoholic.
Yeah.
I tried to trick you there. It was first used in the
Okay.
60s and became a legit marketing term, which is weird. It comes from alcoholic. Shouldn't it just be chocolate lick? No hall.
Lick.
Yeah.
Oh, 'cause they took the
alcohol,
per-
ick,
Yeah.
Comes
chocolate
out better.
ick.
Yeah.
Everyone listening at home, please change the chocolate lick. Brooke, we're over to you.
I'm
Roll
a
off the
total
tongue,
chocolate
Jake.
lick.
See, now I'm confused.
13.
13. Brooke, what food product has been found in some commercial chocolate bars in tiny legal amounts?
Oh.
The key word is legal, so in small amounts, the FDA does allow it. Is it animal hair,
Ew.
insect parts, or human fingernails?
Hell.
Well, shoot. Okay.
Show me fingernails. No answer's a good answer here.
It's those workers, nervous workers, are chewing their nails
Oh,
at the same time that
they're
they're.
working so hard with the
Yeah.
seeds or whatever.
Or they're chopping the
nuts.
machetes and they're missing and getting a little bit of their finger.
Yikes.
Okay, so I'm actually going to take out fingernails. It's just too much for me.
Wild.
But I'm going to go with added protein. Show me insect parts.
Brooke says insect parts. Absolutely. The FDA allows a small number of insect fragments in chocolate. Yum.
Just some bugs.
Yeah,
got a
it's a
cockroach
small
here.
amount.
Yeah.
We're 2 for 2. Jose, we're over to you. 11 and 13 have been chosen.
Let's go number 2.
Jose, during World War II, are you familiar? The U.S. military gave their soldiers this form of chocolate. Was it fudge cubes, chocolate toothpaste, or a bar designed to taste so bad so they wouldn't eat it so fast?
Ooh.
Oh. You know, that kind of makes sense. Follow me here on the last one because they want them to conserve their energy and conserve their food.
Right.
So they want them to get the calories, they want them to get the sugar to fight, but they don't want them to put it all in at once.
So that they have enough for the rest
So
of the day.
I could see them rationing like maybe dark chocolate where it's a little bitter. I can't even think of any other option. This makes too much sense. I'm going to say bad taste in chocolate bars.
Jose says bad bar. Yeah, good answer. The
Makes
bar
so much
designed to
sense.
taste bad was called the D-ration bar. It was basically survival chocolate.
That would suck though, because then you get back from war, someone offers you chocolate, you're like, no, I'm good.
We are 3 for 3, Jeffrey. We're talking chocolate.
We
You
love
get this
chocolate.
right, and I will be getting shocked. I don't want that to happen, so please pick a number.
Number 15.
Jeffrey, what percentage of people admit to hiding chocolate from their family or partner?
Oh my gosh, my mom does this still to this day.
Is it 12%, 42%, or 59%?
Dude, I say go high, Jeff, but I'm no
high.
bias.
oh my God.
I think so. I think everyone hides it from.
Yeah.
Is it common?
I don't think it's really that much of a shameful thing.
No.
Yeah.
People
It's-
like brag about hiding
There's,
their chocolate
like,
from their
a
friends and
candy
their
jar
kids.
or
I hid it on top of the fridge once, and my husband's like, that's literally my line of sight. And it blew my mind that he could see the top of the fridge.
It's like you can see the shiny
I'm
foil.
like, what? He's like, that's what I look at when I walk into the kitchen. I'm like, how dirty is
Isn't that
it?
crazy? Yeah.
It's very dirty.
Like, why are you not cleaning it up there?
What else is up there?
I'm assuming the chocoholics are all proud and they're going to unite and admit that they're doing it. 59%, as high as we can go.
Jeffrey says 59%. Yeah. According to a British study, the majority of people are sneaky snackers. So you guys went 4 for 4. Unfortunately, that
That's
means
right.
I'm getting shocked and I lost plenty of 20.
Just for seducing moms, Jake.
So Jake's going to be getting
Worth it.
shocked. And somebody wanted to hear the Pure Imagination song from Willy Wonka.
Ooh.
Here you go, Jake.
Come with me, and you'll be
Yeah.
in a world of pure imagination. Oh, wow. I tried not to be creepy.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so great.
Moms everywhere are swooning now. So that was your shot collar question of the day. You got your phone tap coming up in just a few minutes.
Brooke and Jeffrey in the morning.
I think China just got a leg up on us in innovation. It's
Uh-oh.
Brooke and Jeffrey in the morning.
What'd they beat us at?
Normally, when that phrase is even mentioned anywhere in media, it has to do with technology.
Yeah, for sure. That's what I thought you were talking about.
Because they're usually they're at the cutting edge. But no, this has to do with old-fashioned hospitality.
Huh.
Because
Okay.
a hotel called the Liangjiang Holiday Hotel wants to be known for something special.
What's that?
So instead of doing the normal wake-up calls where, they'd call your room phone and say, "Good morning, time to wake up,"
Yeah.
guest services decided to make it even more special by accessing your room while you're sleeping and letting an endangered red panda inside to crawl up onto your bed.
Those are so
That's
adorable.
so cute.
And
Oh my God.
showing
It's got
everybody
the
a
bushiest
picture.
little tail and the cutest little face.
We'll put a photo of it up on our Insta stories at Brooke and Jeffrey.
That tourist is feeding it from her hand on her bed.
Oh my gosh.
So the idea is it'll crawl in and wake you up, hopefully gently. They call it the Red Panda Wake Up Service. And once they started, the place was flooded with new guests wanting to stay there just for that reason.
Wow.
He's a busy guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm making his rounds.
Now, how did the hotel acquire these endangered red pandas?
I mean, there is some questions here that don't feel good.
Yeah, we don't really know that, and we're going to
Yeah.
not ask.
Don't
But
ask.
they are sensitive animals with stress responses that could endanger themselves and humans who are in their presence.
Oh, wow. That's
Which is
safe.
But they would adorably scratch your
Yeah,
face off.
that's okay.
Yes.
You know, they'd
And
be so cute at doing it.
the hotel's responsible and put signs in every room that says, if a red panda enters, don't make any sudden moves.
Okay, just let it do its thing.
Well, apparently, something happened.
No.
We don't know what, but the red panda wake-up call has been canceled.
Oh, someone strangle the panda.
Panda
Someone
was
woke up
probably
confused.
too friendly. That was the issue. Creating too much joy in the
the
world.
panda was too adorable.
Oh,
Yeah.
what if they took it home?
Yeah.
So
See, that's probably what
Like the
happened.
little shampoos.
China's at the cutting edge. We need to step it up, America. Start
Yeah.
releasing some bald eagles into hotel rooms.
Let's go!
Wake up, sister!
I want a turkey to gobble me away.
I don't know. I feel like it's going to be a ferret
Yeah.
for some reason.
Laser Stories is coming up right after this. It's the radio segment that's making your morning routine even easier with a new bedside invention called the blender lamp. Perfect for those who want to enjoy a refreshing breakfast smoothie before ever getting out of bed. Just pop those ingredients in the night before. You'll be ready to brighten your night and blend your morning with Laser Stories.
So weird.
The segment where we read weird news stories from around the globe, just like everyone else does, except we've got a laser. Those other Jamba jerks just don't. This first laser story is out of Michigan. So we covered this viral story last week with a guy who was driving during a virtual court appearance about his suspended license.
Oh my God. He
And
went so viral.
Oh, he's
Everywhere.
a meme now. He's GIFs. He's everything.
if you missed it, here's a snippet of that Zoom call with the judge.
Mr. Harris, are you driving?
Actually, I'm pulling into my doctor's office, actually. I'm parking right now.
This is a driver with a license suspended,
That is correct, Your Honor.
and he was just driving, and he didn't have a license.
Oops.
I still cannot get over the fact that he thought he was so smart. He's
Dude.
like, I'm parking right now,
His
sir.
face was so pure.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you know,
He's
like,
oh, I made it on time,
Yeah.
sir. I'm in a park. Don't worry.
So that was pretty insane, but it just got more ridiculous because
Wow.
after the video became a sensation, the driver, 44-year-old Corey Harris, complained about being made into a punchline.
come on, enjoy the 15 minutes of fame, Corey.
Honestly, take it.
I really thought about him. I was
Yeah.
like, it would suck to be this guy in the
I know,
world.
but he's lovable, though.
He is
You know,
lovable.
it's not like
like
somebody you hate on.
He's
Well,
like aloof. He's not
yeah.
a jerk.
He told the local news that the courts had made a mistake and that the suspension of his license had been removed from his record which was true, technically, but he neglected to mention one huge detail.
What's that?
The fact that Corey never actually had a driver's license to begin with.
Oh, Corey. Corey, stop while you're ahead.
I can't get suspended if I don't have one.
So
wait.
He talked to the news, and then the news went and researched and found this out?
Yeah, in a follow-up court hearing, the judge spent 10 minutes lecturing Corey and his representation for not taking responsibility. After that, his attorney basically admitted that he'd lied. She said Corey was not under oath for anything that he said to the media, and that he just wants to move forward from this, and he has an appointment to finally get his driver's license.
Way to
That's
go,
a
Corey.
good lawyer, too.
We're rooting for you.
Yeah, Corey.
This next laser story is out of Missouri. Some businesses will do anything to be popular with the 20-somethings, but one place is going viral for not letting them in the door.
How rude.
There's a new upscale Caribbean restaurant called Bliss. So too spicy for you anyway, Alexis.
Also
You don't have to
sounds
worry.
expensive for me anyways.
And it has an interesting policy. They've set an age restriction, which requires male guests to be at least 35 and women to be 30.
What? Why is it different?
My gosh.
They do card at the door, and people in their 20s will be kept out.
So it's like the 30 to 35-year-old men aren't to be trusted either?
That's weird.
They mature later? Is that
Why
what
are
it
they
is?
doing this? The manager says Bliss is just something for older people. You come here, have a happy hour, get some good food, and not have to worry about the young folks who bring in all of that drama.
You know what? Fun part, fine.
Yeah.
He also admits that they've been getting a little bit of backlash online, but that's cool. They're still going to stick with it. And he says they are strict because young people have been trying to sneak by and post about it on social media.
Wait,
Can you imagine getting a fake ID made saying you're 40? Dude, I'm only 25, but I really need you to do this for me.
This next laser story is out of Tech Trends, USA. Have you ever been to a place that only accepted cash, and if you didn't have any, they'd point to some shady ATM in the corner?
Yes,
Yeah.
and then you always wonder, wait a minute, is it their ATM
It
and then
is.
they're
They own
making
that
money from it?
ATM.
Well, now the opposite is happening. These days, a lot of places don't take cash, and they only accept digital payments.
Yeah.
So what do you do if you only have cash on you?
You make sure that your phone has your credit card on it,
Yeah,
Jeffrey.
Brooke and Alexis taught me that. It changed my life.
Venmo them?
What if you forgot your What if you forgot your phone then too?
Oh,
Are you
man.
human?
Someone came up with the idea for a reverse ATM.
What does that mean?
They've been popping up everywhere lately, and these reverse ATMs will take your cash and then it'll spit out a plastic debit card.
Oh, that's really
that's
like a
really funny.
prepaid.
Now, they do deduct a transaction fee,
Sure.
which is usually a few bucks, and they've even started popping up at baseball stadiums where the concession stands will only take cards.
That's where I notice it, and it's always an old dude that's like, what do you mean I can't buy a hot dog with my $5?
Yeah.
I've been coming to this
Yeah,
stadium.
exactly.
The old people who still like to pay with cash and they
Yeah.
love to write their checks,
They
they
do.
have no idea what is going on
Dude,
right
that's
now.
so funny.
Now we're going to see an old guy writing a check to a machine
Yeah.
soon.
Yeah.
This next laser story is out of Workplace Central. The Wall Street Journal just did a big story on telephonophobia, which is the fear of making or receiving phone calls.
Alexis,
Diagnose me.
Yeah.
that is a fun word. Telephonophobia.
Yeah, it's much more common in people under 30 who've never known a world without texting.
Got it.
And on the other hand, older workers tend to find phone calls more relaxing because no one's looking at you during the call.
Anytime
Yeah.
I get a phone call, I'm like, who died? Somebody's dead.
I mean, if I'm going to choose between a FaceTime or a phone call, I'm so over like the video chat
Maybe
stuff.
phone
Yeah,
call,
just
you
give me
mean?
a phone
Oh,
call.
I see.
But younger employees have the opposite take. One 26-year-old commented on the story and said she has to listen to music and pump herself up before she ever gets onto a phone because not seeing people gives her anxiety. That's so weird.
it's like she's about to perform.
That you don't see somebody makes you feel nervous.
Yeah.
Some companies are even hiring consultants now to teach young people how to do work calls.
What the heck?
There's a woman named Mary Jane Copps who calls herself the phone lady. She charges $3,000 a day or $200 an hour for
What?
one-on-ones.
Double rainbow. Oh my God.
That's all we do is voice. That's all we do on the radio. How do we get in on this cash, Jeff? We'll teach you how to make a phone call.
She says some of the questions that she gets really surprise her. Like, how do I end a phone call?
Well,
like say goodbye and
Yes.
hang up?
Oh, when you have to leave a voicemail, how do you end a voicemail?
You just
I
say,
don't get it.
Yeah.
It's so awkward.
Okay, talk to you later.
Bye.
It's weird. It's weird.
Or when they ask after the person says hello, what do I say back?
That is tricky.
That is scary.
Yeah.
It's a scary
I
moment.
mean, you don't know in real life.
Yeah.
In real life, you probably just say hello, so I go with that.
So meetings over the phone are back in style because everyone's got Zoom fatigue.
Yeah.
And young people who hate the phone are not happy about it. I know this guy makes phone calls all the time. But he denies that they're on purpose. He says it's not his fault he keeps butt dialing his ex. So that's awkward for him. That Sound Means Laser Stories has come to an end for the day. We'll do it again, same time on Wednesday.
Brooke and Jeffrey in the morning.
When you think of the professions that get hit on the most, you might think maybe flight attendants.
Oh, for
Yeah,
sure.
I have hit on many a flight attendant.
Okay.
Thank you, sir, for the nuts.
What?
Peanuts that they give you?
I get it.
We apologize to all the
Yeah.
airlines
Sorry
out
about
there.
that.
Also, waiters and waitresses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It happened a lot.
Totally. That was my heyday.
Bingo managers.
What?
Did somebody say 069?
Oh, my God.
We have a winner.
Without giggling.
But we got a voicemail recently that's going to add one worker with a special set of skills to that list.
Oh.
And he got the phone number by dangling off the side of a building.
What?
So
the heck?
thank
Spider-Man?
you to whoever gave him the digits because it helped make today's brand new loser line a memorable one. You're going to hear it right after this.
I know a lot of cops, and they get asked all the time, have you ever had to shoot your gun? Sometimes the answer is yes. But there's a company dedicated to a future where the answer will always be no.
Across the country, cops call this taser the revolution.
But not everyone was convinced it was that simple.
Cops believed everything that Taser told them.
From Lava for Good and the team that brought you Bone Valley comes a story about what happened when a multi-billion-dollar company dedicated itself to one visionary mission. This is Absolute Season 1, Taser Incorporated.
I get right back there and it's bad. It's really, really, really bad.
Listen to new episodes of Absolute Season 1, Taser Incorporated on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts. Binge episodes 1, 2, and 3 on May 21st and episodes 4, 5, and 6 on June 4th, ad-free at Lava for Good Plus on Apple Podcasts.
Sometimes it's hard to remember, but
going through something like that is a traumatic experience, but it's also not the end of their life.
that was my dad, reminding me and so many others who need to hear it that our trauma is not our shame to carry, and that we have big, bold, and beautiful lives to live after what happened to us. I'm your host and co-president of this organization, Dr. Leah Tate. On my new podcast, The Unwanted Sorority, we wade through transformation to peel back healing and reveal what it actually looks like and sounds like in real time. Each week, I sit down with people who've lived through harm, carried silence, and are now reshaping the systems that failed us. We're going to talk about the adultification of Black girls, mothering as resistance, and the tools we use for healing. The Unwanted Sorority is a safe space, not a quiet space. So let's lock in. We're moving towards liberation together. Listen to The Unwanted Sorority, new episodes every Thursday on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
The OGs of Uncensored Motherhood are back and badder than ever.
I'm Erica.
And I'm Mila.
And we're the hosts of the Good Moms Bad Choices podcast, brought to you by the Black Effect Podcast Network every Wednesday. Historically, men talk too much.
And women have quietly listened.
And all that stops here.
If you like witty women, then this is your tribe.
With guests like Corinne Steffens.
I've never seen so many women protect predatory men. And then Me Too happened. And then everybody else want to get pissed off because the white said it was okay.
Problem.
My oldest daughter, her first day in 9th grade, and I called to ask how I was doing. She was like, "Oh, Dad, all they were doing was talking about your thing in class. I ruined my baby's first day of high school."
And Slumflower.
What turns me on is when a man sends me money. Like, I feel the moisture between my legs when a man sends me money. I'm like, oh my God, it's go time. You actually sent it?
Listen to the Good Moms Bad Choices podcast
every Wednesday
on the Black Effect Podcast Network, the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you go to find your podcast.
Adventure should never come with a pause button.
Remember the MoviePass era, where you could watch all the movies you wanted for just $9? It made 0 sense, and I could not stop thinking about it. I'm Bridget Todd, host of the tech podcast There Are No Girls on the Internet. On this new season, I'm talking to the innovators who are left out of the tech headlines, like the visionary behind MoviePass, Black founder Stacy Spikes, who was pushed out of MoviePass, the company that he founded. His story is wild, and it's currently the subject of a juicy new HBO documentary. We dive into how culture connects us.
When you go to France, or you go to England, or you go to Hong Kong, those kids are wearing Jordans, they're wearing Kobe's shirt, they're watching Black Panther.
And the challenges of being a Black founder.
Close your eyes and tell me what a tech founder looks like. They're not going to describe someone who looks like me, and they're not going to describe someone who looks like you.
I created There Are No Girls on the Internet because the future belongs to all of us. So listen to There Are No Girls on the Internet on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hey, I'm Radhi Devlukia, and I'm the host of a Really Good Cry podcast, and I have the opportunity to talk to Vivian too. She is someone who is definitely changing the way we talk about money. She is a former Wall Street trader turned personal finance educator, content creator, and now the author of a New York Times bestselling book, Rich AF. Whether you're trying to get out of debt, build wealth, negotiate like a boss, or just finally understand how to do money right, Vivian is the person to ask.
I think that is terrifying because not understanding your own money and not understanding finances is one of the easiest ways to get in a situation where you don't have options and there is risk for financial abuse.
Yeah.
You don't have the money to leave. You cannot make choices that take money out of the equation because you don't have it.
Mm-hmm.
And that is why every single woman needs to be good with money.
Listen to A Really Good Cry on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hey girl, what's up with you?
Wait a minute, is this the right number?
It's the loser line.
Come on, just call me back.
If you haven't heard the loser line before, it works like this. Let's say a guy approaches you while you're out at the club and uses this charming pickup line on you. Hey, you. What do you say we get out of here and you treat me like a batarang and toss me around tonight?
Dang.
Okay. You
Brooke,
turned
you
on.
would do the tossing.
After that, whatever you do, don't tell him he looks like one of the members of the Addams family. And I'm not talking about Amy Addams. Instead, say that he's funny.
That's not the right Addams family.
I missed the reference.
I said I'm not talking about that. You have to tell that guy he's funny and charming, and he absolutely does not creep you the blank out. And that's when you give him the number to the loser line and run. So hopefully he leaves an awkward voicemail we can play on the air. Voicemails like this one.
Next message. Hey, London, it's... I have a feeling I know why you're not calling me back. You probably heard that my friends say that I was almost a sure deal to get to second base with you, but it's not what you think. For me, first base is a handshake, right? And then second base is, just dapping it up, Third base is a high five, which, that's a little bit more playful. And if I'm making the rounds for a home run, then I guess that means we're thumb wrestling. That's all it was. I mean, it was innocent. I just want to make sure that you didn't think I was weird.
Next message.
Yep, that's totally how guys talk. Dude,
Yeah.
I thumb wrestled her in the back seat last night, bro.
And she won.
I let her win.
Is he trying to convince her, or is that his actual definition?
I
don't know.
No idea.
Yeah. I'm just glad that we don't think he's weird.
Okay, that's good.
Next message.
Hi, Andrew. I just want to say, I just wanted to give you a call and connect and just say thank you so much again for pointing out that bird poop I had on my shoulder. I was playing with my pet cockatoo at home before heading off to work, and I didn't even realize it was there. By the way, my birdie's name is Chris Hemscrackers, and he's actually here, and he wants to say something to you. So say thank you to the nice man. Anyway, Andrew, I hope you call me.
Next message.
That bird to be so annoying.
Was that parrot screaming help?
That was a pterodactyl. I'm pretty sure that was the dinosaur.
Can you imagine just trying to get it on at her house? That thing in the background?
Wow, set the mood.
Oh.
Remember,
man.
follow us on YouTube at Brooke and Jeffrey. You can hear all our loser lines, Battle of Tinder dates, and busted calls up there. You'll be able to hear voicemails like this one.
Next message.
Hey, I was the guy cleaning the windows outside on the 15th floor, and you held up a piece of paper with your phone number saying to call you, so here I am calling you. It's funny, you see a lot of weird things when cleaning windows and office buildings for a living, because I've been doing this for like 7 years. And 3 women have flashed me, 2 dudes mooned me, 1 dude put a photocopy of his private parts on. He looked right at me while he was doing it. So I just give him a thumbs up. I didn't know what else to do, but this is the first time getting somebody's phone number. Anyway, you must have liked what you saw, and baby, never, ever underestimate a man that knows how to use his squeegee. At least you know I'm used to going up and down. Wink.
Wink. I'm so confused about the man with the photocopy.
Yeah.
Like, why not just show it at that point?
Yeah.
I don't know where he works, but I want to work in whatever building that is. And
You didn't think it was our building? Because there's
We get window washers.
Oh.
I thought it was Brooke we were talking about.
Brooke's definitely flashed some people through the
Not
window
everyone
before.
does that.
No, probably not, Brooke.
Next message.
Hey, Rocco. It's Anna. I wish you would just answer my calls. I just burnt my mouth on my lean cuisine. It was the 5-cheese ravioli. I wish you would come and ice it for me. The instructions said to wait 2 minutes, but it looks so good. If you come, I have more lean cuisine. I have maple bourbon chicken. I have white cheddar mac and cheese. There's Alfredo pasta. There's all types of options. You can have all the rest of them if it'll make you call me back.
Oh.
Oh, dang.
I mean, I get her on the ravioli. That heat sneaks up on you because it's stuffed
It's
in
in
the
a little pocket.
Yeah.
I don't know if the listeners heard when she said 5-cheese ravioli, the entire room went,
It sounds so good.
I mean, that and their Alfredo is really honestly the best.
I
If
can
you're going to
see-
go mac and cheese, you got to go Stouffer's.
And honestly, and she's right about
Yeah.
Stouffer's, but
Yeah.
a lot of times, lean cuisine will have a 3-for-1. So I can see why. In my head, I was like, oh my God, I don't think I've ever bought one by itself. You always buy a 4 or 5.
You wait for that BOGO.
Yeah.
hurry and call her back before Hoarder shows up to film their next episode
Let me
at
get
her
that
house.
number.
Remember, you can listen to Loser Line regularly at this time every week, and we post our favorite voice messages on our TikTok now at Brooke and Jeffrey. You can go check it out. That's the Loser Line. We got your phone tap coming up.
Brooke and Jeffrey in the morning.
In today's phone tap, a girl wanted us to prank her boyfriend who works at Applebee's. And she says he gets hit on all the time by a group of older women who come in there every single week. And they flirt with him. They kind of give him a bad time and tease him.
I miss those days of being a server, man.
They're
I used
sassy.
to get hit on by old ladies all the time.
I mean, it's kind of nice, but
It
also
is.
a little weird.
Yeah.
But we thought, how perfect would it be for our own Brooke Fox to be one of these thirsty cougars?
I was surprised that you
Literally
guys asked
perfect.
me to do this. I thought for sure you were going to ask Alexis.
Yeah, you were our second choice.
I see.
I will be honest with you there, but she calls this guy trying to get her delicious hors d'oeuvre. If you know what I'm saying, you can see if she traps her young prey in your phone tap right now.
It's another phone tap.
Weekday mornings on the 20s.
Hello.
Hey, Corey.
I'm sorry, who is this?
This is Anya, because that's where I'm going to be later. Anya. Get it?
I'm sorry, who is this, though? Anya?
Remember Anya from Applebee's?
I work at Applebee's, but I don't remember an Anya from Applebee's.
Ring-a-ding-ding. I knew you'd remember me.
No, I'm really sorry. I don't remember you. How would I know you?
Oh, I get it. We're playing games tonight. I like that.
No games. I'm being serious. I think you have the wrong person.
I bet you're the kind of guy who leaves the toilet seat up. Makes me work for it.
Is that supposed to be sexy? I don't even know what that means.
You know, the last server I was with had a British accent.
Okay.
And it only happened after we hooked up. Now he just speaks British. How would you like a posh British party, baby? Because I could give it to you.
British potty? No, I don't.
A little wanker?
I'm pretty sure that accent is like some weird German or...
You know, in our latest HOA newsletter, I was voted number 4 for hungriest cougar on the block. Rawr.
Are you okay? I mean, you don't sound okay.
I'm about to be more okay when you bump me up to number 3. Or you could just bump me.
No, neither of those things are going to happen. No. I'm really sorry.
I've been wondering, do you have a stepmom? Or do you want me to just role play as one?
That's gross.
Shut up. I'm about to send you to your room for being naughty.
I'm not naughty. Look, I think what happened is that one of my fellow servers probably put my number on your receipt.
How about you just shut up and listen, huh?
Okay, listen, that is crossing the line.
Tonight, you'll come over to my house. I won't. Take off your shirt.
That's not going to happen.
I'm going to write a number on your back with my finger that tells you my body count.
Your body count?
As in previous partners.
That's not sexy or appealing. Why would I want to know that?
You have a wide back because mama's got a lot of commas.
I don't.
They call me comma mama.
It's really obvious that you've been drinking.
Let me check my watch. I just dropped it in my wine glass 5 minutes ago. Fish it out with my teeth.
You need to sober up, and I need to go.
You have to leave so soon. Are you going to go party with your girlfriend, Naomi?
No. What?
She told me how you get hit on all the time at your waiter job by sexy older women.
When did you talk to Naomi? I'm confused here.
When she set you up for this prank phone call.
Oh my God. Wait, hold on.
Sorry, this is actually Brooke. I know you're disappointed. From Brooke and Jeffrey in the morning. We're doing a phone tap on you.
I was like, who is this creepy woman calling me?
No, you were getting hot. I heard it.
No.
Yeah, your girlfriend says a couple of cougar regulars apparently at Applebee's have asked you to hang out.
Yes, there's a group of women that come in like 3 times a week, and it's awkward, and she knows that.
Well, this would have really backfired on her if you were into it.
Yeah, I'm glad I didn't say I would let you write your body count number on my back. That would have been weird.
Oh, you wanted me to be the stepmama, comma.
No, definitely not. Not happening.
Wake up every morning with phone taps. Weekday mornings on the 20s. Brooke and Jeffrey in the morning.
Alexis, how long should a good first date last? Like an hour, maybe 2?
Yeah.
Wrong.
No. Really?
No.
I didn't know it was a wrong,
right
or wrong answer.
The correct answer is 120 hours.
Oh my God.
Because that's exactly how long one of our listeners planned his first date to span 5 full days.
You said it's like a week.
I wonder why he's on the phone with us.
Did he imprison her?
He did it with a woman that he'd never met in person before.
Whoa.
I mean, sounds like a recipe for success to me.
Yeah.
We're going to hear what happened in a brand new second date update right after this.
I know a lot of cops, and they get asked all the time, have you ever had to shoot your gun? Sometimes the answer is yes. But there's a company dedicated to a future where the answer will always be no.
Across the country, cops call this taser the revolution.
But not everyone was convinced it was that simple.
Cops believed everything that Taser told them.
From Lava for Good and the team that brought you Bone Valley comes a story about what happened when a multi-billion-dollar company dedicated itself to one visionary mission. This is Absolute Season 1, Taser Incorporated.
I get right back there and it's bad. It's really, really, really bad.
Listen to new episodes of Absolute Season 1, Taser Incorporated on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts. Binge episodes 1, 2, and 3 on May 21st and episodes 4, 5, and 6 on June 4th, ad-free at Lava for Good Plus on Apple Podcasts.
Sometimes it's hard to remember, but
going through something like that is a traumatic experience, but it's also not the end of their life.
that was my dad, reminding me and so many others who need to hear it that our trauma is not our shame to carry, and that we have big, bold, and beautiful lives to live after what happened to us. I'm your host and co-president of this organization, Dr. Leah Tate. On my new podcast, The Unwanted Sorority, we wade through transformation to peel back healing and reveal what it actually looks like and sounds like in real time. Each week, I sit down with people who've lived through harm, carried silence, and are now reshaping the systems that failed us. We're going to talk about the adultification of Black girls, mothering as resistance, and the tools we use for healing. The Unwanted Sorority is a safe space, not a quiet space. So let's lock in. We're moving towards liberation together. Listen to The Unwanted Sorority, new episodes every Thursday on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
The OGs of uncensored motherhood are back and badder than ever.
I'm Erica.
And I'm Mila.
And we're the hosts of the Good Moms, Bad Choices podcast, brought to you by the Black Effect Podcast Network every Wednesday. Historically, men talk too much.
And women have quietly listened.
And all that stops here.
If you like witty women, then this is your tribe.
With guests like Corinne Steffens.
I've never seen so many women protect predatory men. And then Me Too happened. And then everybody else want to get pissed off because the white said it was okay.
Problem.
My oldest daughter, her first day in 9th grade, and I called to ask how I was doing. She was like, "Oh, Dad, all they was doing was talking about your thing in class." I ruined my baby's first day of high school.
And Slumflower.
What turns me on is when a man sends me money. Like, I feel the moisture between my legs when a man sends me money. I'm like, oh my God, it's go time. You actually sent it?
Listen to the Good Moms, Bad Choices podcast
every Wednesday
on the Black Effect Podcast Network, the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you go to find your podcast.
Adventure should never come with a pause button.
Remember the Movie Pass era, where you could watch all the movies you wanted for just $9? It made 0 sense, and I could not stop thinking about it. I'm Bridget Todd, host of the tech podcast There Are No Girls on the Internet. On this new season, I'm talking to the innovators who are left out of the tech headlines, like the visionary behind MoviePass, Black founder Stacy Spikes, who was pushed out of MoviePass, the company that he founded. His story is wild, and it's currently the subject of a juicy new HBO documentary. We dive into how culture connects us.
When you go to France, or you go to England, or you go to Hong Kong, those kids are wearing Jordans, they're wearing Kobe's shirt, they're watching Black Panther.
And the challenges of being a Black founder.
Close your eyes and tell me what a tech founder looks like. They're not going to describe someone who looks like me, and they're not going to describe someone who looks like you.
I created There Are No Girls on the Internet because the future belongs to all of us. So listen to There Are No Girls on the Internet on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hey, I'm Radhi Devlukia, and I'm the host of a Really Good Cry podcast, and I have the opportunity to talk to Vivian too. She is someone who is definitely changing the way we talk about money. She is a former Wall Street trader turned personal finance educator, content creator, and now the author of a New York Times bestselling book, Rich AF. Whether you're trying to get out of debt, build wealth, negotiate like a boss, or just finally understand how to do money right, Vivian is the person to ask.
I think that is terrifying because not understanding your own money and not understanding finances is one of the easiest ways to get in a situation where you don't have options and there is risk for financial abuse.
Yeah.
You don't have the money to leave. You cannot make choices that take money out of the equation because you don't have it.
Mm-hmm.
And that is why every single woman needs to be good with money.
Listen to A Really Good Cry on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Second date update.
What do you do if you've been on the dating apps for so long, you start seeing the same people on there over and over and over?
Oh,
Does that happen?
Yeah, or you like delete it and then 2 years later you get it and you're like, you again.
Yeah.
And they're
Oh my
still there.
gosh.
You start thinking like, oh, they haven't found somebody
Yeah.
yet? Oh, that catfish account is still active? Weird.
Isn't that picture?
At that point, they're not potential soulmates to you anymore. They're more like coworkers, just occupying the same space as you every single day.
Hey, Sarah, good to see you here again.
And that's where one of our listeners, Patrick, found himself recently, and he chose to do something about it.
What's
so
that?
let's find out. Patrick, welcome to the show.
Hey, guys. Thanks for having me.
It's funny to think that the people that you are seeing are also seeing you and thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
You know?
But it sounds like you were on the dating apps for a long time.
Yeah, I was, unfortunately.
He's like, why bring it up, Jeff?
Yeah.
Thanks for reminding me.
But it says that you decided to do something about it to change that. What did you do?
So I kept seeing the same people.
Yeah.
So I expanded my location.
Okay. So you're willing to drive 4 hours for a date now?
Basically.
Okay. So you expanded your search to farther away, and who did you end up matching with?
Her name was Lisa, and our first date actually ended up being a vacation.
What? Wait, it's that far away that you had to take a whole weekend to get there?
What the heck?
Well, it was kind of more of a separate trip.
Whoa. You invited her on a vacation and she said yes?
Well, it happened to coincide with the work vacation. So I just thought I would bring her, and it sounded fun and spontaneous.
Wow.
It's funny because every time, sometimes I feel like when I go on a vacation and a girl will always joke like, oh my God, take me with you. But like, you don't actually take them with you. That's a stranger, bro.
Did she know you don't live in her city?
Yeah, I told her. I told her where I was from. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm so confused. And you're calling this a work vacation? Aren't those two words that don't go together?
It's kind of sponsored by my work. It's a 5-day trip that we could take if we want.
Oh my God, you spent 5 days together?
Wow.
Well, it was supposed to be 5 days. It actually lasted about a day and a half.
A day and a half.
Oh.
Okay.
That's not good.
you wanna
Why?
hear that story?
Well, what happened?
Well, I'm not quite sure, actually. We were staying in the same room, and of course, we were going to restaurants. We were seeing the sights, doing all the stuff, and having a really good time, in my mind.
Oh my gosh, like you're staying in the same room. Yeah. Did she, like, there's just so many layers to that. Like, you're meeting this person for the first time and you're going to be using the same bathroom is all I can think.
Yeah.
To be fair, we can't talk about anything without talking about the bathrooms if Brooke's involved in the conversation. She needs
But
to know
that's
the
a part of a
bathroom
hotel
situation.
stay that, like, makes it super awkward, right?
Oh, like using the bathroom.
And having to get ready and having, you know, your
It's a
routine.
lot. Yeah.
And just like when you have to toot, like that, you got to hold it for like 3 days sometimes, right?
Oh.
I mean, that's...
Is that why she ghosted you after a day and a half?
I hope not. I mean, I didn't think all that through at the time, and I should have, for sure.
Okay.
So was there like a moment, bro? Like,
Yeah, tell us
you guys
about
got an
like
argument or
tell us about the vibe of the vacation. Like, how did it go up to that point?
Well, I thought it was going well. You know, we were having a lot of laughs. She seemed to be enjoying herself. I was enjoying myself. And we went on this bike tour, like the first day we were there. And we were on the bus coming back from it, and she just out of nowhere said, hey, I need to talk to you. I don't think I could make you happy.
Whoa.
That's what she said?
Yeah. And she got off the bus at the next stop. And I don't know what happened to me, but I just started crying.
Oh.
Oh, man.
This is so many
Was
emotions.
it one of those
So much.
Was it one of those wine bike tours? Because after
Yeah.
I drink, sometimes I like to cry a lot too.
Emotional.
There was no alcohol involved, actually.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I don't know why I got emotional. It's probably, I imagine it's because I've been on the apps for so long. And then, like, I finally found somebody that I connected with. And we were in a beautiful place. It was more dramatic, I guess.
No, it's not dramatic. That's just having feelings, man. That's all right.
Yeah, either that or you got dust in your eye. Could be either one.
Sand in my eye. I
Yeah.
think.
That's all
There
right.
you go.
What do you think she meant by I can't make you happy?
That's what I would like to find out. I mean, when I got back, she was kind of packing up all her stuff. And I gave her space. And then she left, and I haven't really heard anything except she texted once that we're probably better off friends.
Okay.
Well, it sounds like you planned a lot of activities for your vacation, and some people, when they travel, they don't like to do that.
Bro, like, let's do one activity, maybe two, but like, let's not
mostly do beach time, no bike tours, no restaurants.
Like Jose and I could never vacation together.
No, and maybe she realized you weren't compatible in that way.
Yeah, I mean, that could be. She seemed to be into all the little things I'd planned for us, though.
It's just so much time together. The stranger.
Yeah. And she's adventurous enough to agree to a 5-day vacation with a guy off a dating app.
But maybe she just wanted the free vacation to like lie out by the pool the whole time. Didn't want to be going to the zoo and going to the
maybe
zip
she thought he'd
lines
be
and...
working and she was just getting a free vacation.
Like maybe that's what she thought. So
actually.
How long has it been since that happened?
It was about a week ago.
Okay. Okay. And obviously you're upset about it.
Yeah, I'm very upset. I mean, cried in front of strangers, upset.
Who hasn't cried in front of strangers? You're fine.
Yeah.
Well, maybe she's still even there now. Maybe she's just partying it up wherever you guys went to.
Maybe she moved?
Let's find out when we call her. We'll come back. We'll try and get you your second date update right after this.
Second date update.
Some people like to go out to a restaurant for a first date. Others might see a concert or hit up mini golf, but not our listener, Patrick.
Nope. No.
He jumped straight to a 5-day vacation for his first date with Lisa.
Wow.
At least it was supposed to be 5 days.
Yeah.
But she cut things off after just a day and a half.
But she did it in a pretty respectful way.
The last thing that she said to him was, "I don't think I can make you happy."
Yeah.
And the last thing he said to her was,
Oh, Jeff, it's okay to cry.
because he cried from that comment. Understandably, he'd built up a lot of hope, and those bike tours can make you chafe real bad, too.
Well,
So
not only that, but he's been on the dating apps for years. So
Yeah.
it's like years of pent-up frustration just coming out.
And
Exactly.
I think it's worse when you think things are going well. Like on
Right.
his end, he was like, this is great, and then, oh no.
got blindsided. The
Yeah.
thing is, he still doesn't understand what prompted her to say that. Patrick, if you had to guess, what do you think it is?
Maybe it was my breath.
Your breath.
Usually I have gum, and I didn't have it with me.
It can't be an ick. I'm not sure why that would prompt her to say, I don't know why I can't make you happy. But
I cannot recommend a dentist.
Yeah.
She didn't have gum either, Brooke.
Yeah, oh.
It's the romantic tragedy of the century.
Now it makes sense.
I mean, maybe you guys can try to get just a single date together. Maybe that will be the key here.
I like that, but we do live in different cities, so somebody's going to have to travel.
Okay.
Yeah. Meeting up is a vacation in itself, so
Hey, that may be kind of fun. It's like once a month, someone takes a vacation.
that could be. Let's start with trying
Could
to
be
get
expensive.
Let's start with trying to get her to pick up the phone first and hopefully get an answer out of her. But I'm going to dial her number right now. Let's see how this goes.
Hello.
Hey, is this Lisa?
Yeah. Who's this?
Hey,
All right.
thanks for picking up. We're a radio show. We're called Brooke and Jeffrey in the morning.
Hi, Lisa.
Hey, Lisa. Good morning.
Hi. Good morning.
Sorry to interrupt your day like this, but we're doing a segment on our show. It's called the Second Date Update. I'm not sure if you're familiar with that, but one of our listeners named Patrick has asked us to reach out to you.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Oh, wow. Like, oh, wow.
No, not. Oh, wow.
Oh.
Okay.
Are you surprised to be hearing from Patrick?
Yeah, I'm surprised. Well, I guess I'm not surprised because he seemed pretty desperate.
Oh.
Desperate?
Oh, come on.
That's a pretty harsh judgment for someone that you hung out with for like a day.
Trust me.
A day and a half.
Give that half.
Trust me, you'd be saying the same thing if you knew all the things that he said and did.
What?
Really?
Okay.
What?
Desperate's like a different
Yeah.
level of
That's
thirsty.
so wild. Look, like we talked to him, he seems so mellow.
Yeah, maybe it's you because he's not in love with you. Like he
What?
would.
That's not fair either. I was sensing love vibes towards me personally, but
Stop
yeah.
He can't be in love with you. I mean, he just sounds like he really liked you, and you two finally connected.
He was behaving as if he loved me.
Oh.
Well, like, what happened to make you say that? Because I don't think we have the full story. Like, we know that he did a lot.
And
like
you
a
agreed.
vacation.
You agreed to go on a 5-day vacation with him, which is wild.
Yeah, that's the thing. It was a lot, and yes, I agreed to go on this trip, but there didn't need to be extra pressure on top of it, and there was.
Okay, how so?
So our first night there, we went to dinner, and he was like, I could totally see myself proposing here. He wasn't talking about me, but it was like he was waiting for some of me to be like, oh, yeah, like, well, that'd be so lovely one day. Or, you know, I don't know. I was like, okay. And then the next day we go on the tour, and he introduces me to the guide as, oh, this is my future wife.
Oh, no.
Okay, hold on.
But maybe
was he kidding? Like, was he like, this is my future wife? Like, how did he say
Is it funny even if he was kidding?
There was a note of kidding, but it was not enough to like...
Yeah, to justify.
Like, ha, ha, ha.
I mean, he sounds kind of like an earnest guy who can be a little awkward.
Yeah, he's...
Right? When we talk to him.
This is beyond, like, he then wanted to stop at a jewelry store, and he was like, hey, let's go check out some, like, rings.
Okay, but did you tell him ahead of time that you're against love and the idea of marrying someone in a beautiful location?
I'm not against love and marriage and all those things. It's more that I don't need it on my first date. Like, let's get to know each other first.
Yeah, that's true.
Ring shopping is wild.
I was almost engaged and we still never went ring shopping.
Maybe it was a local artisan shop and he was just being a tourist.
Oh, yeah, he's looking for a necklace and there happen to be rings there.
Well, we don't have to speculate on like what he was thinking and where his mind is at because he's actually on the other line right now waiting to talk to you. Lisa.
No.
Yeah. He's on one knee, I think.
No, he is.
He's sweet. Give him a chance.
Patrick, are you there?
Yeah, I'm kind of bummed out that I haven't heard from you. You haven't returned any of my calls or messages.
Well, like I said, I didn't think it was a good fit. I didn't think we were handling the pace of everything and seeing eye to eye.
Was that hard to hear, Patrick?
Yeah, of course. It's hard to hear. I mean, to be fair, I didn't actually propose.
Yeah.
Okay, we know.
We know.
And for the ring shop, I feel like you're blowing it out of proportion a little bit. I was just curious what your taste was. It's kind of fun to go into a shop. It could have been a T-shirt store, you know. And
yeah, it was really too much. It was too much.
Yeah, I know you're saying it's too much a lot, but sometimes people just know. It's like an instinctual thing and you just feel it. For my parents, I mean, it was love at first sight. They fell in love within the first few minutes of meeting each other. They ended up having 4 kids very soon after that.
Okay, but I bet they were on the same page.
I don't think that's a good timeline to lay out after what she just said.
Yeah, and that reminds me of the time also you said, oh, one day I hope we can have future kids, little us's.
Wow.
Oh, you got a lot done in a day and a half.
Yeah, bro.
Buddy.
Isn't that what everybody wants in life? I mean, I thought that's why we were going on a date in the first place, is to find love, really. Isn't that why people do
In
it?
the long run.
We should have known a guy who invites a girl on a 5-day vacation is more serious.
Maybe he could slow it down, though, you know? Maybe you could pump the brakes a little bit.
After all this?
I could pump the brakes, yeah.
See?
Wow.
Dude, you're never playing hard to get, bro. I'm sorry, but...
Yeah, I'm skeptical if he's capable of that, but...
If he's able to dial it back, pull back the reins on the love, and just do like one dinner date with him, no vacation, would you be up for meeting Patrick one more time?
Lisa, before you say anything, that day you left me on the bus, and when you said you could never make me happy, I cried when you got off the bus. And I don't normally, I'm not a big crier, especially in public, and it hit me.
Not sure that's usually a romantic selling point, but yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds like your second date is definitely going to be casual then.
I mean, this seems like a lot of pressure. I don't know about this.
Yeah, but listen.
Just on the radio.
Sometimes opposites attract. He is hopeless romantic, and you are more like Alexis. You know?
I think she's going to wake up in bed with a ring on her finger.
Yeah,
That's what I feel.
Oh, jeez.
It's up to you, though, Lisa. We're not trying to pressure you. We're not trying to, like, force you to do anything you don't want to do. But we just think that love is the most important thing in the entire world and what the whole purpose that we're on Earth. So,
Wait,
with that being said, would you give him one more chance?
I am open to it. It's just, I need some confirmation that it'll be dialed back like 90%.
I've already dialed it back.
Oh.
It's already dialed back.
I can feel it. I can feel it right now. It's totally dialed back.
I'm not even sure if he likes you anymore, honestly.
Yeah, honestly, did he hang up?
Yeah, why don't we just talk on the phone for a while and see where things go from there?
Hey.
That's reasonable.
That's nice and slow.
We could start there. That's fine.
Yes, let's start there.
Yeah.
True love.
Yeah.
See, Lisa, you were wrong. You can make him happy.
Hey. birthday.
Definitely. She just made me happy with the phone call for sure.
Listen to his smile.
Okay.
She's like not going to answer that call.
This is not happening.
Brooke and Jeffrey in the morning.
Man, that was a missed opportunity on my part. I apologize to everyone.
What did you? Yeah.
Because she said that she agreed to a phone call.
Yeah.
Why didn't we hang up and call her back right there? Could have just knocked it out while we were on the radio.
That's awesome.
Maybe got some dirty talk in.
I didn't need to hear any more of that.
No?
I have a feeling that she might not answer the phone call.
Yeah.
We should try to get him for an Awkward Tuesday.
Something. I guess, we're going to let them work it out on their own because they agreed to talk off the air, so that's good. Who knows if it's going to be a true love connection or not? That's going to be up to them.
I would like an update from them.
Yeah.
If they end up talking for a minute, I'd like to hear where they're at. By the time 2 months hit, they should have 3 kids by then.
In his eyes.
At least. But even if it didn't work out for them, lately we've had plenty that did, and you can hear them all on our second day podcast. They're up online wherever you get yours at Brooke and Jeffrey. When I say beer bellies, banjos, and big-bodied belt buckles, can anybody guess what I'm hinting at right here?
My hometown?
No, I'm not talking about Brooke's family reunion / speed dating event. I am describing the biggest country music tour in the world right now. It's been traveling the country, going from sold-out stadium to sold-out stadium, featuring 2 of the biggest artists in the game, Jelly Roll and Post Malone.
Dude, if you would have just said face tattoos, we would have known what you were talking about.
That's
You should have
too
done that
easy.
differently.
But with a concert that big, we had to send Jose and Alexis down with a microphone and 2 giant jugs of sweet tea to ask the goers a simple question: what you doing at Post Malone and Jelly Roll? We're going to play you that audio right after this.
I know a lot of cops, and they get asked all the time, have you ever had to shoot your gun? Sometimes the answer is yes. But there's a company dedicated to a future where the answer will always be no.
Across the country, cops call this taser the revolution.
But not everyone was convinced it was that simple.
Cops believed everything that Taser told them.
From Lava for Good and the team that brought you Bone Valley comes a story about what happened when a multi-billion-dollar company dedicated itself to one visionary mission. This is Absolute Season 1, Taser Incorporated.
I get right back there and it's bad. It's really, really, really bad.
Listen to new episodes of Absolute Season 1, Taser Incorporated on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts. Binge episodes 1, 2, and 3 on May 21st and episodes 4, 5, and 6 on June 4th, ad-free at Lava for Good Plus on Apple Podcasts.
Sometimes it's hard to remember, but
Going through something like that is a traumatic experience, but it's also not the end of your life.
that was my dad, reminding me and so many others who need to hear it that our trauma is not our shame to carry, and that we have big, bold, and beautiful lives to live after what happened to us. I'm your host and co-president of this organization, Dr. Leah Tate. On my new podcast, The Unwanted Sorority, we wade through transformation to peel back healing and reveal what it actually looks like and sounds like in real time. Each week, I sit down with people who've lived through harm, carried silence, and are now reshaping the systems that failed us. We're going to talk about the adultification of Black girls, mothering as resistance, and the tools we use for healing. The Unwanted Sorority is a safe space, not a quiet space. So let's lock in. We're moving towards liberation together. Listen to The Unwanted Sorority, new episodes every Thursday on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
The OGs of Uncensored Motherhood are back and badder than ever.
I'm Erica.
And I'm Mila.
And we're the hosts of the Good Moms, Bad Choices podcast, brought to you by the Black Effect Podcast Network every Wednesday. Historically, men talk too much.
And women have quietly listened.
And all that stops here.
If you like witty women, then this is your tribe.
With guests like Corinne Steffens.
I've never seen so many women protect predatory men. And then Me Too happened. And then everybody else want to get pissed off because the white said it was okay.
Problem.
My oldest daughter, her first day in 9th grade, and I called to ask how I was doing. She was like, oh, Dad, all they was doing was talking about your thing in class. I ruined my baby's first day of high school.
And Slumflower.
What turns me on is when a man sends me money. Like, I feel the moisture between my legs when a man sends me money. I'm like, oh my God, it's go time. You actually sent it?
Listen to the Good Moms Bad Choices podcast
every Wednesday
on the Black Effect Podcast Network, the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcast, or wherever you go to find your podcast.
Adventure should never come with a pause button.
Remember the Movie Pass era, where you could watch all the movies you wanted for just $9? It made 0 sense, and I could not stop thinking about it. I'm Bridget Todd, host of the tech podcast There Are No Girls on the Internet. On this new season, I'm talking to the innovators who are left out of the tech headlines, like the visionary behind MoviePass, Black founder Stacy Spikes, who was pushed out of MoviePass, the company that he founded. His story is wild, and it's currently the subject of a juicy new HBO documentary. We dive into how culture connects us.
When you go to France, or you go to England, or you go to Hong Kong, those kids are wearing Jordans, they're wearing Kobe's shirt, they're watching Black Panther.
And the challenges of being a Black founder.
Close your eyes and tell me what a tech founder looks like. They're not going to describe someone who looks like me, and they're not going to describe someone who looks like you.
I created There Are No Girls on the Internet because the future belongs to all of us. So listen to There Are No Girls on the Internet on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hey, I'm Radhi Devlukia, and I'm the host of a really good cry podcast, and I have the opportunity to talk to Vivian too. She is someone who is definitely changing the way we talk about money. She is a former Wall Street trader turned personal finance educator, content creator, and now the author of a New York Times bestselling book, Rich AF. Whether you're trying to get out of debt, build wealth, negotiate like a boss, or just finally understand how to do money right, Vivian is the person to ask.
I think that is terrifying because not understanding your own money and not understanding finances is one of the easiest ways to get in a situation where you don't have options and there is risk for financial abuse.
Yeah.
You don't have the money to leave. You cannot make choices that take money out of the equation because you don't have it.
Mm-hmm.
And that is why every single woman needs to be good with money.
Listen to A Really Good Cry on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
It's Brooke and Jeffrey in the morning, and when you think of the biggest names in country music, or just music in general, can you get any better than Jelly Roll and Post Malone?
Hey!
They are touring the country together right now, selling out stadiums where the tattoos are real, vibes are emotional, and at least 3 people have already cried into their $16 beers.
Only 16?
Yeah, it's a discount. It's one of the biggest events of the whole summer, and so when these 2 legends came to town, we knew we had to send Jose and Alexis out into the throngs of thousands to drop the mic and ask them the question, what you doing at Post Malone and Jelly Roll?
What you doing at Post Malone and Jelly Roll?
Well, actually, good story. About 20 hours ago, we're sitting in Whistler in Canada, and a few whiskeys, and we said, you know what? Let's go to Post Malone. Only in Canada once, obviously I'm from Australia, from Sydney. I thought, why not pop down and get around it? Happy to be here.
Okay, do you think you're going to get a lot of attention here tonight with your accent going around talking to the Americans?
Probably not, because I always get told whether I'm from the UK or Australia, and I'm like, I'm not from the UK, I'm Australian.
I did think you were from the UK, I'm not going to lie.
See?
Sorry.
See?
So people think you're Australian, British. Could you fool us as country? Can you do an American country accent?
No.
Please try. Come on. Just howdy, partner, whatever's easy for you to say.
Howdy, partner. How you doing? Right on.
Wait, that actually, you might fool somebody here. Okay, now ask for my number in that. Oh.
Hey, darling, how you doing? Can I get your number?
I think I like British more. It didn't hit the same the second time.
No.
You
Always better.
He instantly dropped from an 8 to a 4, didn't he?
Yeah,
with an
if
American
that.
accent.
Yeah.
I want to do a new segment, though. People from around the world doing American accents.
Oh, yeah.
That was so funny.
Do we sound that nasally to everybody?
I think we
Pretty
do.
much, yeah.
How you doing there, gang partner?
Oh, actually, that one was kind of a turn on for me.
Okay, Jeff.
Don't stop. Okay, let's go to the next clip. Fine.
What you doing at the Post Malone and Jelly Roll concert?
Drinking beer.
I see that. You have a huge beer in your hand. Wait, is that a koozie? What's it say?
Says live music, cold beer, and a damn good time.
All right, and now you also have a sign on your hat. Your hat says
Dirty Boys Redneck Racing.
Would you consider yourself a redneck?
I was a bull rider for a long time, 17 years in the Army.
You're proud of this.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Okay, so you seem like the stereotypical country boy. What makes a country boy country?
Way of life, how you were raised, what you do for a living, how you treat people.
Oh, my goodness. Okay, now give me the real answer.
How much beer you can drink.
Yay, there it is.
Wait, was that the Australian guy doing the interview again in America?
Maybe.
It sounded exactly like him.
It is not, Jeff.
Okay.
I was like, wait a minute. I grew up in the country. Those are way too many qualifications.
Yeah.
Okay,
The
to
first
be redneck.
answer was definitely for the radio.
Yeah.
And then the second answer was me and him.
That's the thing about country boys is they do tend to tell the truth if you ask them the question 2 times.
Yeah, the second time.
Are you married? Nah. Are you sure you're not married? Nah. Yeah.
I was saying it's more like, have you made out with your cousin? No.
Don't ask again, Brooke.
Come on. I was there. It's What You Doing at Post Malone and Jelly Roll, where we had Jose and Alexis outside the concert right before the big show to ask all those country fans a simple question.
What you doing at Post Malone and Jelly Roll?
Well, we've been to every single concert. We're here just trying to keep the streak going, but we also love every single album he puts out.
Wait, how many concerts is every single concert?
Which one do we start with?
3 or 4.
It's
been
of this tour?
Not this tour.
of like his entire.
And sorry, I mean, I got the shirt on.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you do. I should have noticed.
Yeah.
So you guys have been together a long time.
Yeah.
7 years.
Do you have any advice for a couple dating that wants to make it to 7 years?
Just trust each other.
Have fun.
Have fun.
Have fun with each other.
Yeah, have fun with each
It's
other.
like we love each other. It's so fun.
Have you ever gotten into an argument in public somewhere?
Oh yeah. Oh my God.
Where?
Costco.
What?
Costco, girl.
What did you do?
Yeah, what did you do?
No. It was in the rotisserie chicken aisle, and he cuts the line for the rotisserie chickens on a Friday night, and it makes me so upset.
How dare you?
You got to get the chicken. You know how it is. It's a bloodbath over there at Costco.
Never waited in. It's like old people, so it's like even worse.
But could you imagine the makeup sex after that argument? Just incredible and greasy.
While you're eating the chicken.
Oh,
man. You can't go wrong with those $5 rotisserie, you know?
I feel like there is, from what I've heard, like a Costco rush hour.
No, there
and
is.
Friday night is it, right?
Oh, for the rotisserie.
Oh,
I
'cause you gotta
mean,
get them fresh.
if we're going to talk about for the samples, you don't ever want to go on a Sunday morning.
Oh,
That's where elbows really get thrown.
Costco pro.
Yeah.
But
Brooke is out
the
there cutting lines.
Because that's the secret to a long-lasting relationship is you got to
Dude.
cut in front of those seniors at Costco to get that cheap chicken.
Dude, Costco is like the Darwin theory or whatever. It's like only the strongest survive.
What you doing at Post Malone and Jelly Roll?
I just broke up with my boyfriend.
Hold up.
He broke up with me and slept with my best friend, so let's...
Hold up, really quick, give me that tea. What was the story? As quickly as you can, please.
We lived together 2 years. My best friend supposedly snuck in his bedroom. She knew whose bedroom that was, and then they slept together.
Oh, come on. Ooh, I snuck in, I accidentally... That sounds like a country song.
Okay, that does. Oh my God.
Well, she snuck into my room and
And then she slept with my boyfriend. And then that girl better hit the road before I show her.
Yeehaw!
And then I got my groove on at the Post Malone and Jelly Roll concert.
Yeah!
And then she hooked up with the interview guy, and it was the best damn 7 seconds of her life.
I actually did a video for her 10-year-old child after that, so he's a fan.
She's really good.
Yeah, she was really good.
I'm actually ready for her album.
Yeah.
Yep, the
Turn that pain into money, girl.
Rebound Baddie. That was What You Doing at Post Malone and Jelly Roll. And you can find all of our content, our second dates, phone taps, and more What You Doings on our YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, all of it at Brooke and Jeffrey.
Brooke and Jeffrey in the morning.
Win Brooks Box!
It's Newbie Week on the show, where all of our listeners in this game, just like a little fresh flower, are springing up out of the ground for the first time.
Look how cute they are.
Opening up their petals, feeling the warmth of the sun. They're brand new. And
Don't
little
open your
do
eyes
they
too
know
quick.
it, they're about to become Brooke's lunch.
They're going to eat the flowers. That's going to trample them. But
Brooke's like
whatever.
a lawnmower.
Sure.
You like salads, though, so let's
Yeah,
meet
it's true.
your future meal. His name is Mark. Mark, how long have you been listening to the show, and why on earth do you want to play Brooke?
Yeah, I've been listening for about a year, and, I've tied Brooke a few times. I've even beat her a couple times, so I feel like, newbie week is a perfect time for me.
We'll see what happens here. Brooke's going to leave the studio. We're going to get to the game. You got 30 seconds to answer as many questions as possible. If you don't know, and you could say pass, but you have to beat Brooke outright if you want to win. Are you ready?
Yes.
Good luck. Your time starts now. Today's chocolate day. Sonny the cuckoo bird is the mascot for what cereal? In a gymnastics event, what's the maximum score someone can receive from each judge?
10.
Frodo Baggins is from what book series?
The Hobbit.
Pumice is a type of rock that sinks in water. True or false?
False.
Stretching over 1,400 miles in the ocean, what's the largest living structure on Earth?
Great Coral Reef.
Mixing egg yolks and oil makes what?
Pass.
You pass on that last one?
Oh, Hollandaise.
There we go. It's in. Brooke's coming back into the studio now. And again, welcome to Newbie Week, Mark. Since you're a brand new player, let's learn a little bit about you. It says on my screener, you work for the state government in small business assistance.
He has to say that.
You're a fan of commerce, and you're married with one kid. And we would love to hear your child's name, and Brooke promises not to judge it, even though I can see the look on her face. I will report back to you when you say it.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, go
Say
ahead.
it.
What's your kid's name?
All right. My kid's name is Bergen. It's the second largest city in Norway.
Bergen?
Say that again?
It's Bergen.
Bergen.
Okay. I can report, though, Brooke's bottom lip curled, her upper lip twitched, and her nose did wrinkle at the name.
Have you gone to Bergen?
Yes, we have.
I'm assuming you didn't go and you hated it, and you're like, we're going to name our kid after this garbage dump city.
It's better than naming the kid Montana, you know?
Yeah. I mean, it's the...
Someone named Montana's listening right now like, hey.
It would be nice if you had to name all of your kids after where they were conceived.
I have a cousin named Backseat.
Oh, yeah. He's cute.
Yeah.
All right, Mark, you're going to sit tight so we can get Brooke's turn in. Brooke, you ready?
Yep.
Your time starts now. Today is Chocolate Day. Sonny the Cuckoo Bird is the mascot for what cereal brand?
Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
In a gymnastics event, what's the maximum score someone can receive from each judge?
9.
Frodo Baggins is from what book series?
The Hobbit.
Pumice is a type of rock that sinks in water. True or false?
False.
Stretching over 1,400 miles in the ocean, what is the largest living structure on Earth?
The Great Barrier Reef.
Mixing egg yolks and oil makes what?
Mayonnaise.
All right, that's it. Time to head on over to the scoreboard to see how you both did with Jose.
Wow, it's very nice.
Bolaños.
Mark, I like you. You got 3 correct today, Mark.
Pretty good for a noob.
That's solid.
Yeah, first timer, that's really good. And Brooke, 4 correct. Brooke wins.
Just edged you out there, Mark. Sorry about that. Let's go over the answers for everyone. It's Chocolate Day. Sonny the Cuckoo Bird. He's the mascot for Cocoa Puff cereal. In a gymnastics event, each judge can give a maximum score of 10.
Yeah, duh. I don't know why I said 9. That was really stupid. 1 out of 10.
Frodo Baggins is from the book series Lord of the Rings. The Hobbit, I don't think, has Frodo in it yet.
No, we all kind of looked at each other.
That's pre-Frodo.
Yeah.
Pumice is a type of rock that sinks in water. That's false. It floats. It's very light. Stretching over 1,400 miles in the ocean, the Great Barrier Reef would be the largest living structure on Earth.
Mark, we did not give you that. You said the Great Coral Reef.
Is it still living?
It's dying.
Yeah.
Parts of it are, yeah. And mixing egg yolks and oil, that makes mayonnaise.
Yeah.
So, Mark, I'm sorry it was not enough to beat Brooke today, but just for playing, we are going to give you a family 4-pack of tickets to the Doc McStuffins exhibit. Doc McStuffins, the exhibit is open now at Imagine Children's Museum in Everett. Assist Hallie in the operating room, give checkups in the ER, visit Lammy in the nursery, help Stuffy in the pet vet, and make them all better, and you'll feel better too. Wow. Doc McStuffins, the exhibit,
Amazing.
Open now.
Amazing.
There you go.
All right. Well, you're the first newbie of the week. Do you have any advice for the future newbies?
Practice.
Practice.
You don't want to like imagine Brooke naked or anything like that?
Oh, well, I like to imagine myself naked, Jose. Look at
why
me.
you win so much?
Hey, Mark. Come back again soon. We're going to continue with more Win Brooks Bucks Newbie Week.
Yay!
Same time tomorrow.
Brooke and Jeffrey in the morning.
I know a lot of cops, and they get asked all the time, have you ever had to shoot your gun? Sometimes the answer is yes. But there's a company dedicated to a future where the answer will always be no. This is Absolute Season 1, Taser Incorporated.
I get right back there, and it's bad.
Listen to Absolute Season 1, Taser Incorporated, on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
The OGs of Uncensored Motherhood are back and badder than ever.
I'm Erica.
And I'm Mila.
And we're the hosts of the Good Moms, Bad Choices podcast, brought to you by the Black Effect Podcast Network every Wednesday.
Yeah, we're moms, but not your mommy.
Historically, men talk too much.
And women have quietly listened.
And all that stops here.
If you like witty women, then this is your tribe. Listen to the Good Moms, Bad Choices podcast
every Wednesday
on the Black Effect Podcast Network, the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcast, or wherever you go to find your podcast.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One, is coming back to Las Vegas. September 19th and 20th. On your feet! Streaming live only on Hulu. Ladies and gentlemen, Bryan Adams, Ed Sheeran, Fade, Glorilla, Jelly Roll, Sean Fogerty, Lil Wayne, LL Cool J, Mariah Carey, Maroon 5, Sammy Hagar, Tate McRae, The Offspring, Tim McGraw. Tickets are on sale now at AXS.com. Get your tickets today. AXS.com.
If you're looking for another heavy podcast about trauma, this ain't it. This is for the ones who had to survive and still show up as brilliant, loud, soft, and whole. The Unwanted Sorority is where Black women, femmes, and gender-expansive survivors of sexual violence rewrite the rules on healing, support, and what happens after. And I'm your host and co-president of this organization, Dr. Leah Tate. Listen to The Unwanted Sorority, new episodes every Thursday on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Adventure should never come with a pause button.
Remember MoviePass? All the movies you wanted for just $9? I'm Bridget Todd, host of There Are No Girls on the Internet. And this season, I'm digging into the tech stories we weren't told. Starting with Stacey Spikes, the Black founder of MoviePass, who got pushed out of the company he built.
Everybody's trying to knock you down and it's not going to work and no one's going to like it. And then boom, it's everywhere. And that was that moment.
Listen to There Are No Girls on the Internet on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.